It's Tuesday, y'all. Why is that so close? I think you've scooted in something. There we go. There she is.
There I am.
Backed up a little bit. Hello, everyone. It's Tuesday. Time
Tuesday.
to tweak some things and do whatever you're going to do your little... Ah! Good gosh. Okay. It's still there.
This tooth is still there. They keep asking, is he? Everybody's tired of looking at your snaggly
We're
tooth.
gonna write Snaggletooth first. Whoever writes Snaggletooth first, I will clap to them.
Clap. Oh, see, they're giving hellos. Do say hello in the chat so we can say hello back.
Oh, thank
If you
you,
want to hang out,
Estella.
if you want to hang out in the background, that's totally fine. Just give those thumbsy upsies. Thumbsy upsies.
Miriam says 3 fancy ladies.
Oh, this one's not.
No, like
Jennifer says 2 still there.
Yeah.
Two.
I know. Well,
All
they're
right,
giving
then
her
there.
apples, but the problem is she eats them from the side.
I find the way out.
See, they wrote Snaggletooth. There you go. You got it. Bye.
Here, come. All right,
Oh, go.
you have to come over on this side because I'm going to give you these as soon as I show them.
Okay, well, hold on one second. This is P over here.
All right, now stop.
This is P over here.
I'm not going to put up with any of that silly stuff. I want you to
Are you ready?
act arty. Are you ready? Yeah.
This is P over here.
M over there.
Patricia.
Mariah.
And together,
We are PM Artist Studio.
with Izzy, special guest for a
Oh, we
moment.
forgot the I. PMI.
Studio.
All right, guys, do say hello in the chat, like I said, and I will
Just
say
there,
hello
be
back.
quiet. I'm
Let's do this top side thing,
let's
and then
do
I'll
this
say
top
hello to
side, yeah.
everybody.
okay. These are from Izzy's
Becky.
fan, Becky. She remembers her because of her snakes. And look at them. Aren't they just adorable? Look
Okay,
at that.
take your stickers and
All right. I
please
love
use
you.
them wisely.
Yes, use them wisely. Don't stick them to things that are going to peel off paint. Or silk lampshades.
Or, yeah. Or wood,
Or wood.
because that happens. All right, everybody. I'm just going to stay in this view. You're still topside, so if you don't want
Oh.
anything shown, then, you know, that's on you, whatever. We've got Apple Art Curious. That's Miriam. Heather's here. Barbara, Becky, Betsy, Betty, Carolina, Kat, Charlotte, Cookie Wookie. That's Mo. Darcy is here. Deb C. Devin Rex. That is Yolanda. Eddie's here. Ellen, Erna, Estella, Griffin Shell, Jennifer McKinnon, Just April, Kathy, Kim, Linda, Lydia, Mary Ellen, Nancy J, Penka, Ricky Nordmeyer, SSOS, Sophia is in the house. I think Penka just popped in there, or Paula. Penka or Paula? Penka, Paula. Serenity Art Studio, or Studio Art, that's Diana. Silver Granny or Grumpy Gnome, that is Lynn. Star Traveler, Linda. Susan Fontaine, the Shelley Studio, that's Margot. Violet's in the house.
Yes,
Hello, Violet.
she's
Hello,
cooking.
Wendy.
I want to know what you're making.
All right, and I know some other people popped in there. Do give me those, you know, pinky hello hands, or, you know,
Big
just
hands, so we
big
see
hands.
'em.
So that way I can say hello back. SAG, that's Sarah. All right,
All right.
we're topside. We're ready to go here.
Oh,
I
and
didn't
I
want to
want to
say
know, Eddie, how
announcements
did
at
your
some point.
soup turn out? I'm going to make some split pea soup.
Okay,
I like split pea soup. Yeah, it's probably not on your.
I don't know. I don't know if that's
Hey, my
keto or not.
lamb
Probably not.
curry was absolutely fabulous.
I haven't had any yet, but I am going to have some. I don't know how keto it is, but
It
I'm
was
not going to
kind
eat
of
a bunch.
I lost my recipe, and Susie or Steve, if you're here, you have to get into the chat today because the original recipe came from my stepdaughter.
Yes. Hello, Sherry, and hello, Mimi. That's Hoarder Paper Crafts.
Oh,
we
did
got
you get
Isabel and Anne. I don't know if I got Anne. Carrie's here. Wendy.
Peas
hello.
are full of protein, but they're also full of carbs.
Hello, Leslie Brandt.
Have you ever used gouache on the gel plate?
No, we
No.
don't own gouache. But I
I
mean,
do
it's-
have gouache.
Do
but,
you?
It's pan colors. I don't have any that comes in a
Oh, okay.
Oh, Barbara Cabrera's making split pea soup. I love split pea soup.
Must just be in the air. All right, well, let's get a move on because I know you got lots of stuff.
I do have.
This is stuff that Becky sent.
This, yes, and I have to show you because these are those little stickers. And remember that one project that we made? And I can't remember who.
Yeah, here, hold on.
The one project where it was little flowers.
Yeah, and I think it was something that you did in collaboration.
It was
with
swap.
Eva Macy.
Eva Macy. Because she actually sent me the stickers, and I still have some of those.
And it was hilarious because she had warned her. She said, you got to be careful because if you stick it down and it's too sticky, you're going to pull them all up. Well, she did. Which was hilarious because she had been warned.
But I figured out how to get those boogers off there. You know me. I'm like...
Scrappy.
Plan B.
Yes.
All right. Well, some of these, and this has included this little note here with the cool little...
Arrows
on it. I'm going to make that into a... Put that on the back of a...
I think those are from the freebie set, right? The promo set? Those arrows? Remember the little 4 promo set first one that we did?
No, I don't. But anyway, I'm going to use it.
It was a while ago.
And I don't know whether it's going to be actually the... I can use it and make it go into this.
Ooh, and I'm having my vanilla chai. I love it.
Into this one because I think this was supposed to be mine anyway and it's purple down at the bottom, so when I do a little bit of gel plating on it, it's going to be really... I want it to be transparent though because I don't want it to cover it up. Then I can stick that little note in there and it'll be... It says to Mariah, but I'll just cross out her name and put mine. Anyhow, these are my stickers, and I think there was a note to that extent. Yes. There is. These are for all of us. But I didn't give these to Izzy. She doesn't appreciate them.
No, she's ridiculous.
And there's just all kinds of them here. And some of them are... Oh, look at that. Isn't that nice?
Did you show them this? But here, show them the things from...
Oh,
that's
yeah,
the deal.
Yeah. Okay, see these little guys? Well, I got to show them this last one because it's really the telling.
Yeah.
Okay, here's how they come.
On
in
the
little
roll.
Band-Aid, like Band-Aid kind of form. Okay, so here's what I did. I took one of those things that Mariah has that she's had for a long time.
Petal card. You can get them for weddings.
And then I refolded it.
Which was quite the booger-boo.
I know. I was really proud of myself.
I was impressed.
And this is actually a real moth because I didn't want to have to mess around with that. And then I gel plated the inside.
I don't know that the making of this is on video, but maybe parts of it.
Nah, I don't think so. And Mariah, of course, put the magnets in. So it has gel plate. And see, here's a magnet, and that's supposed to cover it up. That holds the whole little book together. It's kind of got a little bit crunched. And let me see. I have to figure out how to get into it because it's magnetized.
She doesn't remember. There you go.
Whoa!
And those are those stickers, or the labels.
These are all the labels here. And I picked them up with tissue paper.
That's the tissue paper.
That's the tissue paper that I had to pick them up off the plate. But aren't they just splendid? And then I just layered these little flowers, and I should have probably made them a little stiffer. I should have starched them or something because they kind of... But it's a little Japanese screen. Or you can put it together. And here, what does it say? It says, "Minds are like flowers. They open when the time is right." Ralph Waldo Emerson.
I think this was for the flowers.
But it's a little accordion pleated thing, and I'm telling you, it's really quite the challenge to get it in its right order there. And of course, these are all on tissue paper, so, and then it stays in there, and you close up its little. Voila! Yeah. Okay. Enough of that.
Sorry.
Alrighty. Well, I've been... Where's my sticky note? My sticky note lost its sticky, so I had to put it underneath the
Now just a note.
not just a note, ever so slightly sticky on just this one end where I don't have anything to stick it to. Okay, so today, and it's just... you know, one of those things. Well, number one, I watched Christopher. That's how I knew about Eddie and his pea soup.
And I was listening in the background.
I was just lurking totally and watching it with fascination because I love colored pencil. And I love that he's just relaxed enough about it that he doesn't feel like, you know, he has to hurry up and do it. Anytime I do colored pencils, I always feel a little self-conscious and time constraint thing. And I probably shouldn't. I mean, I don't know.
That's more of me standing over here going, hey,
could we move along?
Yeah.
All right. So I wanted to tell you this because, well, number one, Mariah and I have this discussion quite often. And one of the things that I find incredibly irksome, and I know Moi is guilty of this, is people who, you know, tote out things and really they don't give credit to people whom they receive the idea from. Well, mine, I think the reason is because I'm old and I can't remember. And
it's a valid excuse.
I don't take time to write things down, which is really, really bad. But I wanted you to go.
So I gave her, because I was like, oh, that's really cool. You wrote it down.
I did.
And I was very proud of her.
And I do. And everybody knows who Christopher is, so we don't have to like.
Well, everybody here, I think, does.
Yes. I want him to do, and I probably shouldn't say this in here, I want him to do a conversation between Buddha and Jesus and have a pictorial content there. I think that would be very interesting.
You gotta go over and make suggestions.
I will. But you help me remember that, because I think that would be interesting. And he would be quite up for it, I'm sure.
Maybe.
All right, so Kirsten is Quirky Queens, and she has a wonderful, that Scottish accent, you know, like Kylie Coo. But she did a video, and the title of the video is 10 Super Techniques to Get More Out of Your Gel Plate. The reason I would like for you to go and watch that is because, well, number one, I find it incredibly interesting, and she does not belabor the facts. She moves right along. There's not any, you know, lollygagging, and there's not any annoying music.
Hi, Gerald.
Not to say all music is annoying. Some of it is annoying.
I was digging Eddie's music on his latest video. It was very 70s. He went with a little 70s vibe. Like, it just, I don't know if he keys in on, like, I don't know if you're doing this purposefully, Eddie. I'm giving you a lot of credit. Maybe it just so happened that I thought it was pretty cool because some of the patterns and things that he was utilizing kind of had a 70s vibe to it, and sort of the color patterns and things like that. But and then even kind of the photograph to the thumbnail, all of it really just kind of gave that vibe. Yeah, he says, yeah, let's just say I planned it.
Hey, I always go with that too. You know, it makes you look smart. Yeah. Oh, there's Tina.
Hi, Tina.
Hi, Tina.
And hello, Marge. I believe
and Gerald.
Yeah.
Hi, Gerald. See, I can see those
wavy hands.
Wavy hands right away. Those hot pink wavy hands.
Tina changed her little icon thing. Kind of threw me off there for a minute.
Oh, I can't see that. Okay, so anyway, I was so inspired by Kirsten's video that I have rolls of probably bags full of these jobbers.
Somewhere stuffed away, hidden from me.
Yes, because Mariah will recycle them.
I will.
In the recycle bin that goes away, that we don't really know if it is recycled or not. Yeah, we like to think it is, but you know. All right, well, the first thing you want to do is take a hammer and beat around the edge, both sides.
You got to beat it.
Because you don't want it to just be look like a tape roll, for crying out loud. You want it to look like something really...
Put some work into it.
Artsy-fartsy and whatnot, and that you didn't just grab it off the tape roll and smack it on your gel plate, for God's sake. Anyhow, so you got to see how this works. It's really... Here's what it does. Okay, this is the ghost print.
Yeah, that's the one that was hidden from her for a moment ago.
Yeah, well, I had to put it underneath because... And here's the thing. See that? This is the golden gesso. And that's 2 coats. You can still see the Cheez-It.
You can. I don't know.
So it's going to need probably one more coat. I don't know. It just depends on what I do.
I think that the only thing that's going to cover Cheez-It boxes, like, kills.
I can't stand the way that stuff smells.
No, because the stuff that really works is the really nasty oil-based.
Smelly. And then you've got to clean your brushes, and it's such a whip. Okay, so here's what you do. You put this down on your gel plate.
Hi, Dawn.
I'm going to try to get a run here. So then you just take your fingers and you just push it and
thanks,
roll it
Mo.
right across.
They're dropping links, so like if you guys are looking for any things that we're talking about, like Kirsten's video is put up there, and then I think Debsy also put it. Yeah, okay, cool. Look, handling things, y'all, love it.
And did I put
And
in-
then Mo even put in the adventures of the PNM that Chris did of us.
I really, yeah.
Fun stuff.
If P is the queen, does she have ladies and lords around? Not enough, sweetheart. I need more in the servant category, you know.
We all could. We all could.
All right. Anyway, that's just a fun little texture ring device, and it looks, I think it looks interesting.
Hi, bored Grandma.
You know, you can run it whichever way you want to. I mean, you could even make it basket weavy and run it back and forth. But I would advise putting a little,
Hello, Corey.
what do you call that stuff? Retarder in there if you're going to be lingering that long. Because otherwise it's not going to. All right. So we're working on tags diligently because remember.
What did you use to make the texture on the roll? I don't know if you said that or not.
I didn't. Sorry. Yeah,
Well,
that's how I do things like that. All I did is remember I pulled off the thing on my, so I have fat glue coming out.
Her glitter glue giveth.
Yes,
quite a
there's
bit.
not any of this thin skinny line stuff. I want some glue out there.
She glues
I
with
like
meaning.
fat glue. I do not like skinny glue. And my hand gets tired of squeezing that glue.
Yes.
So Mariah just said, well, just pull it off. So she just put some pliers and pulled it off, and there we go. I've got fat glue.
Happy.
And that's what creates that little,
Size.
interesting pattern.
Isn't that cool?
Now, you have to be careful when you do this because,
Good job.
you can see I used quite a bit of paint. And you can see it kind of went, slipped around a little bit, kind of like a muddy road after a hard rain. Yeah, the tire tracks got a bit, they kind of had a mind of their own.
Mm-hmm.
So, in this case, less is more. Yeah, just, Okay, put that over there. I want to keep this together. Where's my little...
Oh, yeah, sorry. We did say yes. We have gouache. Never used it on the gel plate. It's not really something that he uses.
No, I do use it if I want to do a painty thing.
I've never seen you do the painting thing with the gouache.
Well, you're not around all the time, right?
That's true.
I can't lose my little arrow thing here because it's going to be...
Hi, Maya. All right, so while she's kind of packaging up that stuff, I'm going to take this opportunity to give y'all some announcements.
I'm going to keep this one, too. I'm going to give her the mate.
I would love that. Thank you.
grapefruit.
I might switch one of mine with you. I think I have 2 of the passion ones.
Oh,
But,
really?
Yeah, maybe. Okay. Oldies but goodies and blast from the past over there in Makers of Mixed Media Art and Artists Facebook group. I am just so proud of y'all. Sharon's been posting hers. Mo posted hers. I've been posting some. But really what we're trying to do is just those of you that have been in Makers for a long time, if you've got some projects, I know you guys do, you've participated in the collabs and all of that from, way back. Repost those because we've got lots of new members and there's no sense in feeling like that it always has to be something brand new. Let's bring up some of those some of that stuff that you've been working on or that you have worked on very hard.
God knows, we probably don't remember it anyway. I don't.
Well, this one doesn't. Who knows?
Well, sometimes I do.
Darcy will be the interview coming up on the 25th, just so y'all want to mark the calendar for that one. March Madness will be happening next month. Just want to let y'all know. And during March Madness, you need to come back here on all of these videos starting in February. All of the streams. Leave comments. I will be picking and choosing. I don't know if I pick a whole stream. I don't know if I'm just going to pick comments that I like and then put them all in a, picky thing. Yeah. It's going to be wild and crazy because it's March Madness. And that's what happens. But we'll be giving away a ton of gel plates.
Okay.
April Swap Make a friend. Let me know if you are a channel. Those of you that are content creators and you find a partner, another channel that you're going to swap and make with, let me know. I will let you know what the theme is ahead of time.
Yeah. There you go.
Okay, I think those are most of my things. And then just, go over to Makers. Make sure you check in on all the arty fun that's happening over there on the events. Go at the top there. Go to events. Yeah.
Okay, now, Mariah, do we have this one? Do we even have this as a stencil?
No.
We don't even have this as a stencil?
Not like that, no. Because that's the original.
That's the original.
And you see those little pointy bits and all that business?
See, it's already had a breaky there, but I don't really care.
Yeah. But the essence of it.
The essence of it, okay. So,
is available in all sorts of loveliness.
yes. And I wished I needed a dark paper to put this on. But the reason I needed to find this is because what I'm going to do today is we're going to talk about the book and what to do next. But someone mentioned, that they would really, that their budget didn't allow for...
Miriam, so yes, that's up to you and your swap partner. However you want to swap whatever it is that you're going to swap. So find your channel partner and do-si-do. Maybe find one of the Australian channels like Diane Goodall, the Messy Palette.
Yeah.
Because I bet you she would swap digitally. Or just anybody. I mean...
Looks like a robust person doing a happy dance. What does?
I think the shape of the...
Oh,
Oh, it does look like... Ah! That's funny.
I didn't see that right away. Now that I've seen it, I can't unsee it. All right. So, if you are on a limited budget and you still want to get some stencils that, sort of look like the ones... I recommend the strippers, because then you've got a whole bunch of different things that you can kind of play with, because you're not going to like all of them. So if we had an assortment, do we have an assortment?
God, here she goes. Okay, I'm listening.
If you had an assortment of the different rocks.
Okay, so that particular stencil, let me remind myself, because hold on.
Because here's the dealio.
Yeah, okay, so Stompy Rocks, you can actually buy it in that strip.
Oh,
yeah,
good.
That's one option. Then, now what you'll want to do is you want to go to Stompy Rocks, the main listing. Because there's a 5x7, there's the 4x11, which is sort of what you got there.
I just cut mine out.
See, you have one of the original ones, but then when we redid the website, we decided that we would make, if they were those big long ones, we turned those into 4x11s.
Oh.
So it's available in 5x7, 4x11, 8x10, and 9x12. Those are the full stencils. Then you have Cape Rocks.
Yeah, I don't think I like Cape Rocks as well.
Well, that what you're holding right there in your hand is one of the Cape Rocks.
Oh. Well, I like this one then.
And there are various versions and sets of those. Because there's the mask, there's small, medium, large, extra large, and the full set of 5.
All right.
There you go.
So.
It's a complicated set of stuff because it grew. Because
truly,
we had conversations like this.
Yes. Isn't it wonderful? All right. So, on my tag here, I want you to notice this. Because remember, the book is mainly a repository for interesting tags. I do want it to be interesting, but I'm kind of definitely focusing the interest at the top. Because that's where you get, and I'm going to see if I can do this.
Hello, Y. Stevenson. Hello. Oh, Susan Knox is here. She even gave a pink hello.
Susan?
That's my sister, Susie.
Oh my gosh, I am so excited. You see Margie's hat that I have on?
We did hear you. I was like, Brad was very humored by something downstairs.
Sorry, you guys heard me laugh. All right, so here I am showing you this view through the camera here, which I cannot necessarily do with the other one. All right, is it coming through? Are you getting the idea of how these levels
There we go.
are going to present? And the tags will, of course, have two sides, because one side is going to be devoted to some sort of erudite quote or, you know, some such thing.
She's so posh.
And then the rest of it is just going to be sort of like a backdrop. And I want to, the reason I wanted opposite pages in this is because when you open it up, you've got to decide, okay, do I want, now I'm probably going to put the pocket on this side simply because I already have a cool array of trees going on up here. I'm definitely, oh, and I have to step away for a moment. I apologize. Yeah.
Do I need to just keep talking about something?
No, I'm going to be fast.
Oh, she's grabbing something. I thought she was having an emergency of some sort. And I was like, well.
This is great because you get to see exactly what happens.
They curl. They're curly.
This is the tracing paper. And I mean, some of it is more curly than others, and I couldn't tell you right now which one is which.
She didn't mark that.
Yeah, I didn't have time. I was
in the moment.
Well, you know, when you get out this tar paste, aka black modeling paste, it sort of takes over your life. I have it everywhere. On me, you know, that's one of the reasons I like wearing black. Is because it doesn't show things, but now it's kind of, it's very crinkly and crunchy. But the reason I went ahead and went with this instead of applying it directly to the book is, I mean, once I've glued this down, it's going to be dry in like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
You know, by the time I decide what to do on the other side, it'll be dry. And that's my whole thing right here. All right, so we're just going to pull these off. This is just a nasty little board that I have available to put things on to carry them away. I used to use them all the time for alcohol ink. That's what's all over. So you just take one of these and you just start ripping at it. And you know, it really is, a lot of it's going to go away.
Yeah.
The other advantage to doing it like this is, remember, when you lay your stencil down on top of something that you already have bumpy stuff on, you don't get a very good stencil because it's going to go in those places that are
good gosh,
sticky uppy.
Steve's asking questions.
Oh my gosh, really?
Through Susie here. What is a stencil?
Oh, here, Steve, I have it. I got it out just for you. This is one of the original ones, and this one was actually made by me using paint and drawing lines, and then Mariah took it.
No, using the stamp, woman. It's
That's
Stompy
right.
Rock.
I stamped it, but it was ink.
She works here. She really does.
It's also been a while.
It's been a while. That was like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Seriously.
Because this is like one of the very first ones.
Uh-huh.
And this stencil occurred because, can you see this little guy right here?
And technically, okay, here's the other thing. And that's a really good question. And a great lead into one that is this thing where it's so hard to explain because it gets asked on our website and on Etsy all the time. Mainly on Etsy. Because most of y'all that go over to the website know us and kind of know what's up. So, the difference between a stencil and a mask is how you use it. It really isn't like how we list it. But for purposes of like kind of making things kind of quick and easy for us, anything that does not have a white straight outer border to it, we call a mask, typically.
Yeah.
But that's not to say that many stencils, you can use it as a mask.
Yeah, I can put this down.
Or she is actually, in the way that she's using Stompy Rocks, using it as a stencil. Because you're putting it through the thing versus like blocking stuff out. Because that's really what the mask is. Mask and stencil is more about its function.
Yeah.
Versus the product or what it is. Its description.
I am going to, and you just need to stay tuned, Steve. You know, go get a beer and, you know, sit down and relax. Because I'm going to get to those later. Remember, I need to put another layer on those.
Yes, if you want to get into the black texture paste, Mo has put the link down there. Just, you know, comes with a warning. Be ready.
Yeah, it
with
will probably,
wet wipes or
probably make you a little uncomfortable. Okay, where's my tearing out here? All right, so back to this. I hope that answers your question, Steve. And there will be more coming up later on. I really like this texture. I really like. I hate the texture stuff. I really like the tracing paper and the way it tears.
Yeah.
Actually, better than the tissue paper.
Would you like me to explain why?
Sure.
This makes me happy, and it will make Deb happy as well. If y'all want to know more about, like, exactly, you know, paper, it's really a paper manifesto over there on our blog. So if y'all want to drop in the little link to the blog. But very quickly, one of the reasons that something like vellum or tracing paper or many of the papers that you can see through, other than wet strength tissue, it does not fall into that category, is that it becomes, they pulverize the pulp to a point where it doesn't have as much directionality in the way that the paper is made. So therefore, it is easier to tear. It's also more see-through.
All right, I always tear off the straight edges because I think that you can see them. I can see them. I see people
Why
that
Stevenson
leave
is saying
straight edges, and it makes me kind of have a little tumble in my tummy.
That's funny. Why Stevenson has a suggestion for Steve. She says, or rum. Can Steve have rum?
Can he have rum? He can have rum, just not too much because it might interfere with his other medication.
He's
Okay.
elderly.
Now, see how that works there? All right, so the next step is how do you get it to go down, and how do you get it to suck into those areas where you have elevation because of the prior modeling paste, texture paste, whatever you call that stuff.
That is such a Steve reply. He says, that's what I thought.
What? Oh,
That's just what he thought. Of course he did.
Wow, look at you. Knowing some stuff.
Hi,
Okay.
hello, Tutu Hale. That is our friend Tammy Odom. Hello.
All right, I'm just grabbing my brush that was in the mucky water over here. I'm not sure what. It's white, so it's probably, I did gesso that one panel last night. All right, here we are. I'm getting every bit out of here that I possibly can because this is high dollar stuff.
Oh, here, see, Deb put the link straight to it. That is Paper Grain Page, the blog, part 1. She is working on part 2. There's a lot to be said about paper, and I'm with Deb on that.
And I have new water, and it doesn't matter. Sometimes I don't really care. I'm just putting a few drops down in there to kind of loosen this up because this stuff has a tendency to get pretty, it's pretty blobby. But I am getting every bit out of here, and I'm working off the sides here and kind of mussing it about down there, and then I just bring it up here and try to get it.
That's
It's
pricey stuff.
kind of like mixing flour and water. You want to do it gradually. You don't want to just add a quart of water to your, you want it to gradually. Okay, so I've got a good mix here. And the reason I want this, and you can apply it here, and that, you know, if you don't really know where it's going to go, that's probably a good idea to do it like this. Sometimes I know, and sometimes I put it in both places just to make sure. And the nice thing about this stuff is it's a matte finish, so it doesn't really matter.
And I would say that it's really more like a, I guess it has a little sheen to it. I don't think that it's like matte, but I'm being particular.
You are. And then if you get a little bit of overhang, you don't worry about it, because, oh my gosh, that's not where I want that, see? I'm moving that down a little bit because my tree was going off the edge. I did not want that. I think I'm just going to have to decide that there's going to be part of
Hi,
it
Marguerite.
that's going to go off.
Hello, Lisa
the
Mingus.
page. But you want a nice brush that you can really, you know, smash that stuff down in there because
But a nice brush in that it can
it
be
is
abused.
crap.
Not a nice brush.
You want a stiff sucker that you've left the glue in there.
That brush. The crap
That brush.
brush. That's perfect and works nicely for this.
But see, now look at that. Isn't that marvelous?
It's a heck of a lot more entertaining than you doing that other business.
And look at me. The only stuff I have on my hands is see-through. You can't even tell.
That's right.
All right, I might give that one more little push.
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 Give it a little push.
Push. Give it a little squish.
I think I even have that on the PM-isms. If I don't, I really should.
Oh, you should.
Whoosh.
We watched that video so many times that just because
Still just
we're so
makes me
amused.
laugh.
We really.
I look it up every once in a while just to get a refresher of exactly how one.
Now it really does help. If you have a bit of a fingernail to get these little boogers off here, and I just trimmed mine. Oh dear, look, we don't have enough glue down there. How do I know that?
It's rolling.
Rolling.
Rolling. Keep those trees a rolling.
All right, so I still have some on my brush here. So I'm just taking it and getting it off on that edge and then getting it back up there. Look at that. Now, isn't that just wonderful, right?
It looks wonderful. She loves it.
Okay, now I'm going to hump up that page.
You're gonna what?
Hump it up. Because
Hump it up.
hump it so that it's not, I can't touch this to
Right.
that right now.
That's
All right, so I'll just, utilize my brayer. There we go. All right, that's going to keep it up off of it just a minute here. But I wanted to talk about some things that I'm doing here on this side. You remember what this is? This is the front of the book, right? Everybody?
today. It is.
Today it is. All right, so somebody said, well, I thought this was going to be the purple book. Well, you all know how that goes. What I start out with, remember, if you have lost vision of how that works, remember the flower book?
Yes.
Yeah.
And so many other things. I went to
There's so many other things.
Number one, I wasn't going to call you out on it. I was just happy that you were moving forward. So I wasn't going to point out that
That
you
it
were
wasn't
not
purple anymore?
sticking with the purple thing because I was totally fine with that. Because if that was going to be the rut, like, let's get you were out of it. Let's not, look back. But it was so funny because I think a couple of people in the comments.
And it was a really nice
Oh,
comment.
it was. It was very sweet.
very sweet, and I sort of understood what you were saying. So then I felt very guilty about that. So I came in with my pencil, and I'm starting to get some
She
purple.
told me about it, and I was like, I wasn't going to say anything, but I sure was happy that somebody else did.
So, it doesn't matter what kind of suggestions you're taking. I have very
Yeah.
thick skin. I
She
taught
does.
junior high. And they say awful things to you all the time, and you just kind of have
I'm
to.
the sensitive one.
Yeah. And if you can dish it out, you ought to be able to take it. And I like to pride myself on
She
saying
can dish
that I
it.
can take it. And I if you make suggestions and I don't pay attention to them or whatever, don't get your feelings hurt. That means I've considered it and it's not working for what I'm doing. Doesn't mean it won't work for the next situation.
Or I haven't properly explained it to her why that
This
would
is
be a
true.
good idea. Because sometimes she needs convincing.
That is absolutely, or I misunderstand.
Mm-hmm.
And that happens. That happens. But remember, the whole thing about this is these. And the reason that is because I can have so much variety. And I'm not going to get bored. If I have to go through this whole book and make every page look like it belongs to all the other pages, it'll go the way of Archie. It'll
Wendy
be his
just said-
friend over there
She
on
said
the-
at least the purple book did not go the way of Archie.
Archie's still sitting over there waiting for some moment of
Something.
inspiration. Okay, now see, look, that's already almost dry. I can touch it with my finger, it doesn't pull it up. And you can see there, I mean, for the most part,
Darcy says, always be prepared to see Patricia modify her plan.
bless your heart. Don't be afraid to, go off in some direction just because you planned it out to begin with. Doesn't necessarily mean that
Mo, I don't.
it's written in Jello, not concrete.
That's right. They would like a little confirmation, or
Yes.
to the best of your knowledge, which one of the three tracing papers disappears the best. I think it's the third one. It's the one that that Becky sent.
All right, well, here, I wrote on this one. Here, look at this. Rolls when wet and rippling.
Okay.
That's the Lupelier.
Yeah, that's one of the ones we purchased.
Lupelier.
Lupelier, which
Okay.
pulls out the best.
Yeah, I like, now really, I like the consistency of this paper. And it pulls out of the thing really well. This one is a little bit more opaque. This is the
Right, so it's not going to disappear.
This
as
is the
much.
Paycon.
Yeah.
I didn't use this stuff at all because it is totally
Well,
opaque.
no, and that's not.
That's
that
the
shouldn't
rice
even.
paper.
Yeah, that shouldn't even be put in with that stuff.
All right.
It's a different
I think
thing.
this is the one that I like
That's
the best.
And that was sent by Becky. Y'all can see she even signed it.
Isn't that great? I love that.
Which
Y'all
is
should
good.
Always do that.
I was gonna say everything that you send. If you put your name on it, we will never forget that you sent it.
And the thing about this is, and I noticed this.
And I think this is the one that
One
did you
side
say it
is a
comes from-
little bit different than the other side. One
Michael's.
has a little bit more of a suavecito feel to it. The other side is a little has a little more tactile
Hi, Alice.
quality to it. But anyway, I think that this is the one that I really ended up. I did use, and I think here, look, we can compare them.
This is a test.
I would say that's it. Now, where's my white ones? I put those.
Oh,
in.
and it's in the kids. Yeah, kids section, tracing paper.
Okay, I think the lupellaire or lupeller. I don't know. It's made in
Lupeller.
in
If you're-
PR
if
in the
you're
People's
Texan.
Republic of China. So I don't think it's French. It could be
It's Lupeller.
lupeller. Anyway, I think that's.
Good God.
Okay, where's my little envelope?
There was no planning for this stream today. I just want y'all to know. No. That
where
way
did
it
they
sets the
go?
bars the right level for y'all.
Now here's one that I just did wipe offs on.
Although you did prep. You prepped that stuff.
And I had my little envelope full of white trees. I don't know what I did with the white.
Eddie says French adjacent.
Yes, French China.
French through the way of China.
But these here, and I know I'm showing you white on white again. I'm always impressed by people
I'm
that
afraid.
do that. This is just a scrape off. But you can still use these. They're still viable.
There's Sophia says Lupeller, the character from that famous film noir detectives film.
Absolutely.
He doesn't leave a trace.
Oh, that's a good one. That was a good one. All right, so I can just tear out little sections of this stuff and use little, like here's a tree.
Here's a tree.
Here's a tree. I have a whole envelope full of these little trees that I very carefully
Fussy teared.
fancy teared. But I don't know. They'll turn up.
They're stuck to the bottom of the thing.
To the bottom of something, who knows. But anyway, you could go ahead, and if you wanted to, then, these are glued down here. Those are glued down. I forgot about that. Yeah, those are glued down. I think I did some more glued down. Let's just
It's on a
check.
glue and roll.
Just check here. Oh, yeah. No, that's not glued down.
So remember, some of these were directly applied with the texture paste.
Yeah,
That's what she's talking about.
that's what I'm talking about.
Are you sure some of those aren't on top of that business?
I'm not sure. Oh, here. These right here.
That's on
Can you
top.
see? That's glued down. You can see the edges.
But
right.
hey, isn't
See?
that pretty good that you didn't know?
You didn't know. And these over here are glued down.
Selling it.
Yeah. Hot diggity, right?
Yes. Now what's next?
Well, what's next is this. We're going to talk about this. Because I want...
Bye, Alice.
That's still a little wet. I'll have to remember not to put that down. I want to decide what I'm going to do next to the backs of the pages, and I think I can really do that. I just want to do one today, and we're going to...
No worries, Susan. When you come back, then you can come back and leave your comment. Because I just want to remind y'all, those of you that are watching in a replay or whatever, or even now, that you need to come back. Leave your comments below.
Isabella, you little bugaboo, you were reading my mind. And God knows that's a dangerous thing to do.
If you're in the same mindset.
Yeah, it gives new meaning to rabbit hole.
Hi, Rose.
All right, I'm just going to grab a handful here, willy-nilly, and out of the box.
Okay. Okay, Becky.
Oh my gosh, look, I found some more trees.
I found them over here.
Look, the purple trees, guys. Remember these?
Yes.
These have been sprayed
And painted.
and painted and gel plated.
They've had the royal treatment.
Royal treatment. All right, now here's some interesting stuff.
Oh, yes, and give those thumbsy upsies. If those of you that have come in, do say hello and give those thumbsy upsies. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, do all that YouTube business, ring that little bell, and you know.
All right, now here's your here's your wet strength tissue.
Yeah.
And you see what crap it is to tear. You've got to have 2 fingers. So you really you're going to mash it up.
Yeah. It's beautiful to pull prints with. It is a pain in the badootie to get it to pull or to tear in a way that you want it to tear.
Yeah.
Now, it'll pull straight line the other direction, like that, all day long.
All day long.
Every day.
Every day.
But that other direction, it says nay, nay.
Well, I think what I'm going to do here, I really do like this. I like this a lot. And what we can do, because Mariah's an absolute genius at this stuff, cutting out around the edges.
Yeah, I can do that.
But this is my thought, is to put this down in strips and pieces so that it covers, and I end frame here. I'm always...
Yeah, you're pretty... No, you were better the other way.
This way?
Yeah.
Then I have Mr. Red sticking up there.
Mm-hmm. Happy prayer.
And, okay, so here's my thought on that. I think maybe I need to get a little color on here.
Yeah.
Then I won't have to be so
Particular.
about where my
Hello, Jackie.
gluing down business is going to go. So let's just do that.
Oh, and happy birthday, Dawn. Eve of your birthday, I believe.
All right, we'll just put those up there. Oh, we've got...
Oh, it's Heather. Yeah, it's Heather's birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday.
What do I want to do with these? I want to make sure that I'm not losing this because I don't know, I've been kind of loosey here lately.
Yes, I believe so, Miriam, for sure. And maybe that's what Deb's going to be putting in some of her part 2 of the, you know.
Yeah, okay.
Paper.
So,
And Evie's is tomorrow. That's right. Hers is on Valentine's. Oh, well then, Heather's is on Valentine's too, 'cause she said hers was tomorrow.
oh, is tomorrow Valentine's? I thought we already had it.
Tomorrow
It was
is
done.
Valentine's. No,
Oh my God, there's a little tree.
it was done at school,
Oh,
which is very nice. But see, you got to get the party before the actual day.
you know, I've got better purple.
Do you?
I'm just going to go ahead and do some gel plating here. We need to do gel plating.
Okay.
It wouldn't be a PM artist. But you know, the other day we didn't do any gel plating. We had one whole session where we did not gel plate
I don't think that's true.
anything. All right, so I'm going to get this, and this probably, I'm not going to
I mean, except for mine.
I'm probably not going to be able to get it on the page, but I don't want to
saw
get
that.
stuff on this other page, so how am I going to do that?
Mm-hmm. Are you just asking out loud, or?
No, yeah,
Okay.
I am. All right, let's get some of this crap tape. I don't really care if it gets at the bottom because I'm going to deal something different with that anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But
Now, what's happening here?
I'm going to gel plate this. But I didn't want to flop it over and accidentally, because you know how I do. Oh, God.
Like that?
Yeah,
See, it was good that you did a little test
I
run.
just love this tape.
It's a love-hate.
Just love this tape. It's just so wonderful. Works for so many things.
The crap tape. Yes, a.k.a. washi tape. The
Oh, if
angry
I could
tape.
Get one of those things off of there. We might be actually
There you go.
be able to do that, and I'll at least be able to see where, you know, it's supposedly going to hit. And we can come in and color it. Okay, it's already got some stuff on there. Have another flippy that's a little bit longer. Have a little more. There we go.
There you go.
There we go. Goes back to the old fashioned clothespins. Okay, that's where we want to go with that.
Wife Stevenson says, I like to watch Pete and others gel plate to learn and gain confidence. So she
Well, boy, you ought to be
try
confident up your wazoo today, because I'm certainly fumbling around here. All right, let's get some paint down on that. Oop-de-doo.
Susan says she's a professional watcher.
She's a professional watcher. Hey, you know what? That's a skill.
It is. That's what I do. For the most part.
All right, this is some of Martha's. No, this isn't. This is watercolor acrylic paint. I think it's extremely opaque.
Is it?
I think.
Well, why would they call it watercolor then? That seems silly.
It does, but you know.
I don't know who's in charge of this.
A lot of silliness going on in the world. I won't talk about any more of that. All right, let's give this a little more of a. Now, see, you people that doubted my intention to do purple, you feeling bad about now?
It was a good reminder, and I very much appreciate it and have enjoyed it thoroughly. I was okay with you, like, changing it up, because I thought, you know, it was going to be a bit, like, you know, purple. Such thing as, like, you know, a little too much.
Too much?
I think. I don't know. Bye, Sophia. Thanks for hanging.
Is that Sophia or Sophia?
Sophia.
Alrighty, get our paper here. Give it a bit of a press. Wish I could get some more of that.
What?
Oh, no, never mind.
What do you keep bumping into back there?
I don't know.
It's making me nervous. Because I don't know if it's boxes that are going to get bumped and then crash. It's a possibility. Yeah.
You got to beat it down in there because it's got, you know.
It's thick. And it has texture.
Oh, look at that nice stuff we got going on there. Oh, that's just lovely. And I think I did get a good press on this, but I'm going to give it another elephant stomp with my...
Yeah.
My brayer that my friend Anthony made.
1 second and I will let you know, Paula.
What's happening?
She wanted to know the GSM on this here stuff.
I don't know that kind of thing. I don't even really actually know what it means.
It is 24 pound and 39, I think, GSM. This is G/M squared. It's kind of interesting that they went that route.
Trying to work this down into those little creases there that are created by the tape and the edges.
Yes, because that'll drive you crazy. Well, at least it drives me crazy. And that's just it does it all brush.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I mean, as far as tracing paper, I was a little bit surprised about that too, Deb.
What is it?
But you have to keep in mind that the 24 pound doesn't really. It's kind of weird. I've forgotten the actual, like, why they call it this or that. It has to do with, like, the press sheets and how they actually, the weight of a carton or something of that nature. It does not actually speak to the thickness.
Okay, I'm just kind of dry brushing some of this same color
Throughout.
into some of these little orifices that are not, you know, that are white right now.
Mm-hmm.
See that? It's not like major.
Yeah.
This is really working well.
I like it.
We're introducing purple. And remember, you want to get after this before your color dries, because once it dries, it's
Grams per square meter. Thank you, Marguerite.
That's what that means?
And that, Eddie says that is how he explains his weight to the doctor.
I'll have to remember that, Eddie. I haven't been for a while, but when
This
I go,
isn't my actual weight. This is what I would weigh with many bad decisions.
I always said I wasn't. The only reason I wasn't the right
What is being
weight for
represented?
my height was because I was too short. Kind of the same thing.
Ah.
All right, now look at that. See, we killed two birds with one stone. Oh, we've got a little bit of runny here, but we don't worry about that. We'll just kind of shush that around and
Yes.
shush this around, and it'll come off on the next.
Okay, here, Deb, I knew she'd come up with it perfectly because she knows these things. So, it is the basis weight, the weight of X amount of paper in a big stack, and then the reason the U.S. gets bond text cover index with different values for pounds. That's the difference.
Oh.
Yes, with the paper labels. So, but that's why you can't really ever say, oh, well, you know, it's a 24-pound paper. They're not all going to be the same.
No. I don't know why this one little spot here
Exactly, Deb. Exactly.
want to take some paint. But it doesn't. There. Alrighty. Now look at that. Oops.
Humpy, bumping, and poundage. All of that is going on today's stream. If you're having a good time, do give those thumbsy upsies if you come in. Do say hello in the chat. If you want to hang out in the background, that's totally fine. We appreciate that as well.
All right. Now, I really don't know why I was being so very careful about that whole business, but, you know, just in case, you know, there are people out there that like to do things like that and be careful and whatnot. I wanted to put that paper down.
No,
so
Paula, not necessarily.
So that you know that I can do that if needs to be.
I don't think.
That when
Maybe.
we open this up, this side is going to be the pocket. So we're going to do some more tree stuff over here. And this would be a good side if I could change this around without having to
Yeah, that's true. They could be spelled that way.
reconfigure the studio. No, that's always a big if.
What do you want to next?
This page.
Okay.
Because this is where I was going to use my rocks. The rocks that
The smaller version.
the smaller version of the rock. Because I think that this would be, you know, even if I
Okay.
wanted to go ahead and make a pocket on this side, I still am going to have to deal with something with this. All right, everybody got that? Yeah, okay. So, that's going to, you know, I could do it with the gel plate, but I'm really wanting to do it with just using it as a stencil and dabbing. Two reasons. I think I can control the color.
You're going to be dabbing?
I'm going to do a little.
Okay.
I got that right.
Oh, she's going to dab.
Now, what am I looking for? Because now I've lost them. Oh, I'm looking for my stencil.
Yeah. You had them just a moment ago.
I did. And, okay, here they are.
Yes, there they go. All right. Look at us. Staying
And I
on
have
track.
14 things over here that I'm slipping on. Now it's caught on my... There we go. Okay, got that out of the way. Okay, now, This was the original, right? If this is the only stencil you have, not to worry. All you got to do is just keep moving it around, changing it. And so that it overlaps the others, and where there's little rocks, you put a big rock, and where there's big rocks, you put a little rock. So we can just start off with that and do a little bit of that and get that kind of up there on that edge so that we meet that, and we're getting rid of the glaring white stuff. I get a little bit of this on the other page. In this case, I don't really care. Doesn't matter. I don't think it's going to matter. Anyhow, that's what I'm going to say. All right, where's my little... So let's decide on colors we're going to put out here, because we don't want just one color out here. And we've kind of got some of this... My scissors are clogging the works. So we really like this micaceous iron oxide. But I think, didn't we mix that with a little gold?
Yes, you did.
Let's just keep up that same formulation. Where's my gold?
Bye,
Oh,
Tina. Thanks
I
for
know.
hanging.
Remember?
Oh, your
This
washout.
is now the washout. But that might work okay. You know, sometimes you want your dabby do stuff to be a little juicier.
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Now, sometimes you don't. And remember, this stuff dries like uber fast.
Sometimes you feel like a nut. Sometimes.
So don't squeeze out a bunch that's just going to dry in a little lump there, and you're going to be really angry because you used up. For this purposes, I really like to use a little bit squishier of a sponge. This one is not, this one is just perfect. This one here is hard as a brick bat.
This is the Goldilocks of spongy bowl.
Yes.
This is porridge. This one's just right. This is Goldie.
This is just right. So what do you want to do? You want to stick your sponge in here. And I know this is really, I should have gotten a new thing, but anyway, you're just going to have to live with it. I want to make that so that it's not completely totally absorbed there, and you can see what I'm talking about here. It's very dry. If it's too dry, I come back and get a little bit more of the wishy-washy stuff.
This is the benefit of dabbing.
Oh, picked up a little. That worked well.
Yeah.
And then if I don't like that, I can come back in and kind of blend those edges out a little bit. Look how nicely that worked.
Yes. Dabbing like a pro today there, P.
I know, and I've got a lot of stuff in the way here.
She's not making it easy on herself.
Never.
Oh, wonderful, Devin. Wonderful.
Now, see, look at that. That's just looking splendid. All right, let's bring in our next one. And up here where I've got a lot of white.
I really want you to bring more of that into the black tree area, but...
Oh, you do?
I do.
Okay.
I feel like that would, start to connect the things. Yes.
How about that? Look at and see the scale. I'm using that little bitty rocks there. Steve, are you watching this?
I don't know if Steven
Just in
Suzu's
case.
still here.
Just in case you wanted to take up a hobby, I highly recommend a gel plate. And you want to make sure that you can tell your granddaughter about how this was accomplished. Now, I don't want that to look like a freaking roller coaster out.
Devin says, who's Steve? Right, who is Steve?
Oh, Steve.
Steve is my brother-in-law.
He is my step-son-in-law.
From
Okay, that's
her second
looking
marriage.
really, I'm just liking that a lot. That was a good suggestion, Mariah. By golly, she has them sometimes.
I'm nicer about giving them as well.
All right, well, this down here is just really getting on my very last nerve. I don't like it at all, and I'm probably going to do something here that I
Oh,
later regret.
maybe. Oh, they're still here.
They're probably just lurking.
That's Susan Knox and Steve. Those are our family.
We're going to get a little purple in, just for chuckles and grins.
Well, to, you know, keep it all together. I think this is going to be good. Go easy and then you can...
See, that's a good color.
Yeah. It's not, you know, sloppy in the face purple.
No, it just blended in with that brown, and it kind of made it really nice. And
Hello, Michelle. Eddie says on the 8th day she pounced down some prison purple. Eddie and I were chuckling about the 8-day thing because it's always good.
I'm giving you a number 1, Eddie.
Number 1.
The number 1.
With the other finger. Okay, now you need to back off or change color because it's just getting messy.
Well, I think we need some more of that.
He says he loves you too.
I know. We're a mutual admiration society.
And Darcy says for a second she thought she said sloppy in the face instead of sloppy in the face. That was me. It could get sloppy.
It could. All right, now I'm going to kind of try to hit those white areas.
I think there will be more attention given back to this page because I think she's enjoying the dabbing and.
Yeah, and probably it's going to be covered up down below with a pocket.
That's good.
So really where I need to be, stressing my...
Well, no, you're just fine up there. You just need to leave it alone. Let it dry.
You just need to shush it.
Okay. It was said. Just remember.
Duly noted.
Okay. Out of beverage. If you're going to...
Okay.
Okay, good gosh.
I'm calling it.
Thank goodness.
Mariah was having a moment, but I have some paint left here, so I've got to do something.
Well, I mean, I think you can bring it across to one of those other panels. Just need to leave that one alone.
Whoops, just about turned over the... Well, this one's really a boring page. Let's do something to this page. I've got some...
Yeah, transfer
there. So we'll just get started. Where's my biggin? I'm aiming to cover up the holes. Might have to go at it in two swoops.
Oh, that's funny, Susan. Hi, Carla.
I actually think about all I'm doing here is highlighting my black marks.
Yeah.
There, big rock, but it's got
right here.
It's got some
This
really
is
nice.
where I messed up, and then I wanted to really show you.
Here's some pink blobs. Let's see what we
Just
can
keep
do.
at it. I'm sure it'll get better.
It's just kiss my grits, Mariah.
Oh,
Oh, look at that.
that's good.
Yeah, I like it.
It's improving. Oh, I think there's a part
To
of it.
find just the right
Love it.
rocks, Sometimes you gotta move things around. Find just the right rocks.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to forget this little bit over here on the edge.
And that's right. Eddie says there's always gesso.
That is a life-changing,
Mm-hmm.
yes, what you just said there. I mean, all of a sudden it was just like, oh, holy cow. It doesn't matter. If I screw this up, I can just white it all out again.
Or just put all the black stuff all over it.
Well, God knows that'd cover anything. That'll even cover pink. Alright, I'm just really into this, so you're all just gonna
Suffer
suck it up
through
and
it.
go along.
We'll chat. There's a party over at Rhonda's.
Oh, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Who's there? Anybody we know?
Everybody.
Alright, now I'm hoping that this is going to mix a little bit with this leftover micaceous iron oxide. Yeah, it did. Alright, good. It's not going to just suddenly be orange.
Oh, good. Yes. I like that. That was a good choice.
You know, browning those rocks out ever so slightly. Get a little bit more of that up there to kind of integrate that. Pink business. Oh, that's nice. Isn't that nice? Never repeat that color.
Never. It's a mixture of what's happening on her little yogurt top.
I'm cleaning up my micaceous iron oxide with one of the washouts.
Yeah. So definitely not to be repeated.
I think this has a very stony quality to it. Stony.
I'm just wondering, are there any universal signs, though? I would assume that that one is one.
What?
Your number one.
Oh.
There's discussion of that there are different sign languages, but I'm pretty sure that there are some
I don't
gestures that are universal.
That is entirely possible. I don't have firsthand knowledge of that. Actually, Susie could address that because she's a speech pathologist and she took sign language. So can you tell
Oh,
us?
so Sarah says that in her sign language class they were taught that the arrow up, yours, is exactly the same.
Oh, it is. Oh, good to know.
I would say that is that like the arm gesture one that we're talking about. So you're going to learn all kinds of things being over here at PM Artist Studio.
That's right. Not just necessarily the art. All right. So I think we need to do something to this page to our tree line. And here's the thing.
Oh, hey,
When this
Anthony.
happens to you, and you don't know what that color mix was that you actually had on the page before it or after it, or whatever, you just don't give that a lot of playtime. You just say, well, then I'm just going to make it different. I'll just put a little bit of this stuff on that page. Then it'll all come out okay.
I agree with that. I think you're kind of coming in a little,
That might be a
thought.
little bit strong.
Also feel like that you're coming in a little soon after pouncing. I know it dries quickly, but
Yeah.
it's just,
It'll
it's
be
a
fine.
feeling.
And if it does kind of, So what we'll do is we'll just splash a little bit this on the next page, and then it's going to look
Yes.
like
Yeah, because you kind of did an abrupt poof over
Yeah.
to the purple.
And we're going to kind of do that over here too.
Good call.
And it's nice because the way we have these laid out here, we can do that. Oh, I really like that. Let's do a little bit more of that. Look at that. Ooh! Can you see it? Can you see it?
Anthony, our London Anthony is here. He says that this is his favorite pea hat, by the way. He comes for the art, but he stays for the millinery.
My sister made this hat for me.
Did I say that right?
Millinery.
Millinery.
I think so. I don't know.
doesn't
I've just
come
seen
out.
it written. I don't know how you pronounce it. I don't have to know that. Okay, and again, so I'm spreading a little bit of the purple onto this page over here so that, when you look at them all together,
Now it's fading in.
fading in. Make sure that I've got my edges covered here because sometimes, but I tell you what, look at that. Isn't that cool looking?
That's awesome. You should do a little more of that on
I
some
think
of that other business.
so. Let's just take that on up the river here.
And it makes that other page seem like it makes more sense.
Absolutely. Now I'll have to figure out a little pink on the edges here, but I think I would probably do that.
Yeah.
I think that's one of my washouts that I was using.
It was. Ish. Mix.
All right, so we're doing so brilliantly on that. Let's take a little bit of this.
I can say Worcestershire. Yeah, Worcestershire. Or Worcestershire, if you wish. But that millinery, that one's a little hard for me. Feels like I have marbles in my mouth. Hello, Marta.
I'm just trying to get a little bit, and I don't want to get it too dark here on that edge, but to make it feel
Four
like
syllables.
millinery.
Millinery.
Yeah, hat building.
I'd need to hear it.
Well, you can go to this place and it pronounces words
Worcester.
for you. I know that because I've been there.
What's your sister sauce? Sorry, that was a cackle.
Sometimes if you don't have anything nice to say, you just shouldn't
You
say
shouldn't.
anything at all. That's just what kind of person I am.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, well, we've got another blank page that we're going to be able to work with here. Are y'all, I mean, I planned on
love
doing some
that.
gel plating. What time is it?
Yeah, you got.
Oh, I'm good for this.
Let's
let's
move on.
All right, let's put a little, since we've got it right here, let's just go ahead and add a bit of purple here.
Devin says that my laugh is like her sister's, a very naughty cackle. Sometimes it is.
And it is, too.
Mm-hmm. And then sometimes when I get giggly, my brother tells me that I sound like a little chipmunk.
All right, so now we're just going to try to rinse some of that off of there and dry my brush off so I can do a bit of dry brushing to get these edges nice and feathered out.
Hello, Carol Bay. Oh, see, there it was, sort of. That gave me a giggly chipmunk, yeah.
Okay, now see, we've made that connection.
Thank you, see.
And I'm almost thinking, since I've got that going there, maybe I should just go ahead and do a little, bit on, this here.
Oh,
This
hello,
here.
Vix Twix.
Because, what we're attempting here is we're attempting to integrate.
Yes.
And if you have a chance to do that, when you have a chance to do that, you really should just jump on it. Because otherwise, you may not. It's like
and it becomes more difficult, I think. Like
it does. And if you have a hard edge,
yes, the longer you leave it,
the
harder it is
the
to
edge.
deal with.
Yeah. And hard's good sometimes, but not in edges.
There you go. Size
You
matters.
heard it here.
Oh, good golly.
Yeah. Okay, I'm liking that. Y'all?
Mm-hmm. I'm very happy with this. The use of
And
pink
I'm
is...
very happy I'm getting some purple in here because I felt like I was being a big disappointment to my loyal followers.
Yes, I think that, you could kind of promise something and then you got to deliver. Somewhat. I don't think it has to be full on.
Yeah. All right, it's really nice and watercolory, and we know that it's going to stay because we've got a
no, not at all.
gessoed surface here on which it is reliant. And that is a good surface to be doing stuff onto. All right, so
Yes.
let's see
This is
here.
the right place to get your cackle on.
Now, let's look at it from this.
We like crackle and cackle. She's showing you her book.
Showing you the open.
And she's like a little peacock. She's doing the display for you.
I think it's quite nice.
It is. Should I put you on the big screen for that?
I don't know. Can you do that real quick?
I
Is
can.
it like a real
No, it's easy.
challenge?
No, it's one click away.
One flick away, y'all.
Look at that. Here, I'll even turn off the P frame. Hold on. There we go. I'll even make it bigger. There you go. In all its glory. It's looking very cool.
I'm very pleased with it.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's it's just coming along so nicely. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, I love those purple hearts.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now what's next? Are you gonna gel print some stuff?
I'm going to gel print some stuff. Who is Y. Stevenson?
This is Y. Stevenson. Oh, that's how she lives in a constant state of that.
What is it? A constant state of what? Coolness? I saw
No,
coolness.
yeah, that too. But battery dying and looking for your. She needs to hook up.
I know. I had to stop talking to Susie the other day because I was down to 2%. I was surprised it was still working at 2%.
Yeah.
Because most of the time it'll come on with a little teeny sliver of
And then boop.
red and say, your battery's dead. And you're like, well,
Bye.
whatever. All right, now what I'm noticing here is this one page here. This
Yeah.
page right here. It leaps out at me. But we're not going to worry about that right now. And I think that all of this business with my purple.
Well, I think so. Tomorrow you can kind of carry on with this business. You've seen it. You've shown it. I think you can carry on with any of
You
this.
mean Thursday?
Well, no, for you off camera.
Oh, yes. So that you know what I'm going to be doing. Because
Right.
I'm going to be doing that to the pages that don't have things on them right now. Because remember, your accordion has two sides to it. And oh my gosh, I'm really glad I look at this right here. I'm seeing an edge that didn't get some
stuff.
stuff on it and white stuff glaring out at me.
Okay, well, I'm going to go top side because I think that might be a better view of what you're doing there. Perhaps, sort of. It's like right up in your... How about that?
Okay, yeah. And I can still come in with my pink mixture, which I'm just pretty sure it was one of the washouts.
Yeah.
And actually, I think it was two of the washouts.
Yes, I believe that is true. Or a washout and a little bit of paint.
And, I'm going to worry about my edges later.
Okay.
Because right now they're white, and it looks like... Except that one isn't. That one's really nice.
Well, and my suggestion on that would be that your edges you can deal with at the very, very end. Hello, Kathy Seek.
Because you don't know what it's going to look like
It's going to change, and you can kind of address it
Good
as you
point.
go, but, don't focus on that. Don't spend a ton of time doing it at this stage because
It's going to change.
it's going to change.
And you want your edge to look like it has something to do with the main body.
Yes.
So, in that case.
Because I have done that before, and then I'm like, why did I spend all that time doing the edge, and now it doesn't even really match what was going on, and I have to go back and do it again.
Look at how cool that page looks.
That's beautiful.
And see, and it's kind of doing some weird things over here. I love that. Oh, that is such a nice page. Gotta
Okay.
get some black trees on that.
Come on, lady.
Dear Lord. Do you see what I have to live
Hi,
under?
Barbara.
The pressure that I have to live under, and I survive.
Yes, Barbara. In fact, I created a playlist of all of, the book. From pages to whatever. So, if you go, to our main, to the PM Artist Studio channel, and then you go to playlists, I think it should be the one at the top, because, they go in, the order that I create them. So you'll see the Peas Tree book, or what did I call it? Purple Tree book.
All right, I'm just going to shove these back in the box, these prints that I drug out and didn't use. I have a whole bunch, but I think they're down at the bottom, and I need to do a better job of curating them so I can use them.
Oh, that's good, Deb. Deb says that the playlist should be renamed to the book that was formerly purple. That's funny.
and it's come back,
Purple might, it's still not.
It's a gradual process. Oh, and here's one of my favorite tags. I just love this tag. I think it's so beautiful.
Yeah, it scares me when you whip that out, like that you were like doing what you did to the background, because I'm like, I don't want you to accidentally mess that up.
Yeah, I should have been a little more
You're playing a little fast and loose.
I was fast and loose. Because that's going to look so good. I might have to alter the edges of my. Oh, here. Oh no, that's not it.
I don't know. What are you trying?
Oh, I was just trying to find my envelope. Oh, here they are. Here are my little trees. My little white trees.
And the envelope.
And the envelope. See how delicate and sweet they are? Well, we can do more. I can do more of that. You know how that's done now. I'll just put those right here.
Okay.
I'm going to keep these stencils right here also. I'm going to take all of these and I'm going to put them over yonder here into my box. Which, you know, I can always rummage through that, right? Okay.
Yes, Devin.
Well, I apologize for a very crappy looking table here, but you know what? The things I've been doing is just really not. Oh, there's a little errant tree.
the one that got away, but you didn't.
I don't have anything on the plates back here, do I? I don't think so. I think I pulled it all off.
Okay.
So we're starting anew.
Ooh. Oh yeah, you got to get after those. It's
This.
Tweak It Tuesday. You need to tweak them, lady.
We're tweaking.
Good
So
golly.
here's the thing: if the whoa. Try to shove that over Mariah's way without her seeing me do it.
Paint on the mark.
Okay, I can get rid of the colored pencils for now.
Okay.
I'm gonna have a little swig of water.
I know.
I need to go and get some bourbon.
Okay.
Just to have on hand. You never know.
I know. Well, you've been out for a while.
I have been. I told Steve about it, and he wants to try it.
Oh, that'd be right up his alley.
Oh yeah, it's really wonderful. You don't even have to have it. You can just, it's just straight out of the bottle.
And Steve and Susie, if you're still listening, if y'all come visit, we should go to the distillery.
Oh, we should.
That would be fun to do with them.
Where is it? It's
Austinish. In between here. I don't know if it's on the other side or like it's on this side.
But how would we do that with our?
In a car.
I know, but it's kind of a long drive. We might need to spend the night.
We could probably do something like that.
We'd have to make sure we left on the right day so that we can get back in time. We could do a live stream from there.
That'd be fun.
Do the a tour of the distillery.
That might be fun.
Okay, so this one was, we call this fish eyes. What do we call this?
This is called Plenty o' Fish by Devin. Devin Rex for
Okay,
art.
so we want to use this one.
She says twist her arm.
What?
Susie, they're on board.
They're on board? Oh, good. So, that's what we're going to do. Now, Steve, you just watch this.
Exactly, Deb.
So that you can tell Shannon all about it. I have to put my book down. It's blocking my access to my...
She likes big books.
Oh, my gosh. Shucky darns. We're going to have to do something with that, dude.
And that's a good one.
Oh,
We talked about this. I'm thinking copper or an orangey color of some sort. Doesn't have to be metallic because that might be a little too much.
All right, now let's turn it over because this is what you're going to see.
Oh, it's
So I agree. I think we want some dark brown in here, some umber.
maybe even Lucas Krill, beigey, whatever. 'Cause it's just so good.
What about this? No, that's too orangey.
No, because you
What
don't.
about violet oxide? It's very opaque.
It is. Here is. I got a challenge for you, perhaps. If you could put little dabs of that inside the bigger of the fish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Little tiny dabs of it, and then Lucas Krill beige, because then it'll spread out, but hopefully spread out enough if you use your Big Bertha. Now, you want to be a little careful with that because you don't want it to look stripy.
Well, I think if I used middle-sized Bertha.
Okay. Got some cool pattern on there.
I know, really. But there's not enough to peel it. It's a bummer.
It's a bummer.
Bummer. Okay, I like this idea a lot. I think that you have a lot more faith in my ability of paint placement than I actually have. But, oh, well, let's just see what happens here. All right. Bunch of crap. Messing me up here. Okay. Pliers.
Anthony says his name in prison was Violet Oxide.
Violet Oxide?
It could have been Violet.
Oh.
And that's maybe what we should call that one from now on.
Well, if you're from Texas, sometimes those, the way we pronounce things.
Now, this would be a great opportunity. Like, if you had a print like this and you were using the pastels a lot like how Devin does.
Yeah, and you wanted to absolutely come in and I could go ahead and paint those.
I think Darcy did some of this the other day, but she was using it a little bit differently. She was kind of doing a spin-off of something that Quirky Queens was doing. And then Teresa Aragona also was using some pan pastels, I think.
We'll paint the little eyes.
Okay, there you go.
I don't really think it's going to be that big.
I have been tempted now to purchase some of those pan pastels for you because it's sort of cool. But I don't know. It could just be one of those little things that, like, I don't know that you need it. But I think
I want
for
to
something
hurry
like
up
this,
here because I want to kind of smear this out a little bit. I don't want
the brushy marks.
I don't want my brushy marks to show.
There you go. Oh, kind of picking it up more. Okay, I'm good with that.
I think that's good. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so then we decided what? Burnt umber.
Bye, Leslie. No. I'm saying Lucas Krill. I don't think you want to go dark. What do y'all think? Oh, go dark. Just do it. Oh, yes. I remember that video. That is a great one.
I'm just being uber.
I was talking about you, Teresa. You're being uber?
Futzy.
So are you going to go with the burnt, or are you going to go with the...
You know what I'm going to go with? The quinacradone.
Oh, hey.
I was going to go with but I think this is going to be a good one.
Okay.
Getting mighty low on this, but I do have another tube here. Very fond of that.
Okay, can you push your plate up ever so slightly towards me? Thank you. Perfect. Wow, that was like spot on. Just gave it a little attitude.
Dragging it through the gravy. Susie will appreciate that. That's a Carmichaelism.
We talk about that a lot. Did we put that in on the PM-isms?
Dragging it through the gravy?
I really need to have that here to reference. Sometimes I feel like we have, and then...
All right, now you realize that this is going to have to
Eddie needs this color. Which one was this?
This is the quinacradone.
But it's the... By who?
Oh, just a second,
Yeah.
I'll tell you. Because I do have two different ones.
It's different, yeah. Yeah, they want to know. Oh, it's the Saunier. Like, in my brain, it says, yeah.
Sennelier. Sennelier. It's orange brulee.
Orange.
Orange Bleulet es un naranja tostado. Eddie.
Or
Naranjo. Naranja.
naranja.
Naranja. Or, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Quinacradone. Orange. Number 642 in the Sennelier. Heavy body. Haute viscosity. Extra fine artist quality. And it is. Now, I also have it in golden.
I almost
And you
like,
can see, I mean, there's very little difference in them. I would say this is slightly redder.
yes. There's more blue to that one. There's more
Yeah.
orangey kind of to
There's
the other.
more warmth to
Yellowy
this,
something
and,
or
yeah.
other.
But they're both mighty fine.
Yeah.
And you would not be upset if you got either one.
Hello,
All right, I'm
General.
taking this and using my kitchen towel.
No worries.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Look
that was a good call.
isn't that going to be wonderful?
Well done.
Now, I don't know what
Murdery
that...
little plenty of fish. They're the ones with the chompy.
And hopefully we get some of this nice grunge around the edge here. You know, you never know.
You know, they're in the Amazon. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Fish that like have teeth. What are they? Piranha.
Piranha.
Don't look at me like.
Piranha fish. And this is when I really need my other... Oh, I got some mucky muck on this, but we'll just go with it, okay?
Gacamoth piranhas. Is that spelled right? I don't know if that's a, you know.
All right.
Okay, a gaggle. Forever it'll be a
gaggle?
gacamoth. It's the
Okay.
German version. Because it's spelled weird.
Now we have to talk about... I don't know.
Leave that one alone.
No, this one is not getting attention
yeah,
today.
that's done.
That's done. I agree. This is done.
Yes.
I really like this one. I know it's not FP, but I like it. I like this one. Even though I could use some purple up there, I think that's more of a dabbing.
Yeah, or a block kind of situation, I think would
dab,
be good.
dab. All right, so I think we decided that this one definitely needs a little bit more of something. And what I thought is to, okay, if we ombre this, and we've got turquoise up here, up here,
Yes.
and we've got this orange down here.
That might
The
make me
problem
sad.
is what it's going to happen here in the middle. But we don't care because it's just paper.
Fun
Right,
fact,
Tim?
piranhas in Spanish is piranhas.
Oh, well, of course it is. Now, let's see. I want my... Okay, now we have a question. Do we want lines or shapes?
Oh. Let me see the thing again.
I think lines.
Yeah, because well,
So basically what we want to do is we want to do our ombre and then put down our stencil.
they're
Take
saying
off.
lines.
They're saying lines.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Take off and then put
Yep.
back on. Okay. That's
Maybe, Estella. Maybe.
kind of a wimpy one, but... And then let's see. Okie dokie. Let's go with the violet. I know this is maybe a little bit strong.
But it's the lines, so I think that that's probably
I
a
think-
better choice
Yes.
to go strong.
I think so too. And remember, one on one end and one on the other. And we are going to have to use Big Bertha.
Yes. If you are going to ombre, and you want to ombre like a champ, you need a big brayer.
You need
Unless
one.
you're ombreing on a little plate. But if you're going to ombre on a big plate, you need a big brayer.
Excuse me.
It's not that it can't be done. It's just you're adding to the,
a situation.
Yeah.
I have to turn my turntable here, and I've got
Wicka,
a
wicka.
bunch of crap in the way. Okay, here we go. See that? It still doesn't fit exactly, but what you want to keep in mind is my first pass, I try to keep kind of in the middle. I don't know why. I don't really have a total reason for doing that.
Yes, Eddie, that was a very splendid ombre. You're picking up your paint.
Well, I'm picking up one of the paints, but I'm not picking up the other, and I've got brayers and other in the
Shenanigans.
way. Shenanigans. Okay.
Oh, yes. Oh, tell you what, Mo, you're on top of it. We do have that listed in our Amazon shop. And Big Bertha's in there. The biggin.
See this? When you order these, you may take into account that you will be using the ball part as much as you will be the other part. And I noticed on some of this is smooth as the baby's bottom, and that is important. So, you know, if you want one of those fancy little shells or something, you might want to think about that.
Well, or make sure that it's encased.
Yes, and I think most of them are.
Yeah.
I will show you that in a moment, but we've got to move along here. We don't have time to dilly-dally.
Did you see this puckers? You see there's puckering. Still just, it amazes me when they pucker. I know y'all probably are like, I don't know why she finds that so fascinating, but I do. Maybe that's a shirt for me. I like it when they pucker.
Pucker up, buttercup.
I like stencils that pucker.
Voila.
Well done. And it was a good thing that it kind of did what it did.
Yeah. Okay, now we've got a little bit.
Oh, just, yeah, she's going to spit on it.
Spit on it and rub it around. There you go.
There you go.
Saved it.
Saved it. Little spit to the rescue.
Little spit. Never underestimate the power of a little spit. Okay, now let's get this other one that we pulled in the process back here and look at it.
That's right, Kevin.
So, do you see why the decision was made? So that the turquoise here transferred here in lines, not shapes. Because this would have covered up too much of that beautiful orange.
Yep.
And I'm not totally, like, super thrilled with this end, but I don't hate it.
Yeah.
I think it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, don't lick your art. You can spit on it, but don't lick it.
Yeah, don't.
It's best.
Yeah,
And then wash your hands.
absolutely. And see, our heads are in the way of the really good one there. I'll turn it around so you can see this side more better.
Oh, good. That's a good side by side. I like that. Very nice.
I know, it is, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. You still got 15 minutes.
Okay, well, I'm not finished yet.
Good deal.
I mean, we've got at least one more, if not two more. We have to make a decision about this one. Okay, I think that this is lovely. Now, let me just, as long as I've got it here, we might as well, because, you know, I talk about that pink. I hope I've got enough here. I mean, I'm squeezing this out to the very last.
I haven't ordered you any more of that.
Is there
You need to make a new list. And then
some reason that you haven't done that?
Well, because I'd already placed the order. I wish I would have known that, because I threw in some other things to get to the
Oh,
free
so you didn't
shipping.
have to pay for shipping?
Yeah.
Well, dadgummit, Mariah, we just
Hey.
need to communicate more.
Yeah, I mean, you can send me emails.
I can? Well, I know, but that would necessitate me having
Or
an
just
account.
message me.
I'll message you. I know how to do that. happens when I just start flinging things in places. And
It seems like not enough paint there, but was it just
Well,
what you could get out?
I'm being saving. The smell of this is just so revolting.
It's not what paint should smell like.
It smells like,
Poop.
you know, a baboon's bum.
I don't know how she knows that, but yeah.
Well, I'm just imagining. I've been to the monkey house, okay?
Did you get that close? Especially to a baboon, they're kind of mean.
Well, no, you didn't have to get close.
Oh,
You
it's
had
just
to
in
open
the air.
door,
It's just in the air.
and it wafts out.
Wafts.
Wafts.
Not waft. It wafts.
Wafts. Isn't that just spectacular?
It is. I'm just very curious. Why did the maroony color,
The quinacradone?
Quinacradone,
No, that's the
Why
violet. That's
why did it pucker
violet
and the other
oxide.
didn't?
Violet's just a puckerer.
Y'all heard it here.
Some pucker, some don't.
Some paint's puckered and some don't.
And sometimes, well, actually, here's the deal. Some of them just have that viscosity, and usually it's in your, I shouldn't say that because that's not necessarily true. But a lot of times it's in your transparent paints. All right. So we talked about this one, and I decided, I don't think it needs anything. Even though you can see some of the places where I've done my brayer off, I just love it.
It is good.
So much that I'm afraid, you know, if I try to get some of these areas colored in, number one, I'm going to lose that beautiful turquoise.
Yeah.
So I am just, I'm going to say that one's done. Now,
Yeah.
this one,
Eyelid.
I do like this one. But the thing about this one is,
Yes.
I think it needs to have this one over the top.
Aw, hey, Joni.
So, what are we thinking here? I'm thinking orange.
Yes. I love that idea.
Simply because it's not a color that we already have on here, so it's not going, you're not going to have
Lose
to.
any.
Yeah, you're not going to have to say, oh, well, dadgummit, we lost blah, 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 blah.
Mm-hmm.
And again, I think we're going to go for lines rather than shapes. And see, I've started.
Oh, hey, that's good information. Because it is something to consider. So Deb, see, she just looked up the permanence of the opera rose, and she's pretty impressed. For that bright of a pink, it is far less fugitive than most fluorescent pinks.
Well, dadgum.
There you go.
I know. Carrie's the one that hooked me up with that.
He was just he couldn't get over it.
Yeah.
He wasn't a fan.
All right, so we're going for, I'd really like this to have a lot more opacity to it.
Fran's telling on y'all.
She's what?
She's telling on
She's this?
mainly on it. I think mainly on Eddie.
Oh.
Maybe Devin though. I think Devin said some things too.
Okay, so we're going to custom mix our paint here because this is only half opacity. So it's going to have some transparency, and I would really like for these lines to be super duper.
Oh, Apple says yes, orange. It will look like, I think this is Poochie. Is it Poochie? Pookie. P-U-C-C-I. Fabric.
P-U.
C-C-I.
Poochie.
Poochie.
Oh.
Had a dog named Poochie, but it
I
was
don't know what that
like,
means.
You know, from a cartoon.
Okay, so what we're doing here is, if I can get any out of this.
I got it!
Okay, so
Yay.
Mariah, can you write down Pyrrole Red in Amsterdam?
I'm not writing it down. If you want something, you send me a message.
That is so freaking rude because the only time I remember it is
It's
right
during
now.
Yeah,
That's rude.
it is.
Y'all, what do you think?
I think if she really wants it, she'll
she's
remember.
just sitting over there chit-chatting. Get your dadgum paper out and write it down.
I have no pens.
Well, I can fix that. Here, let me throw a pin at you.
I don't have any
I'm cleaning
paper.
off my scissors because I'm telling you what, if you don't do that, you will regret it later because they become
I don't have paper. What am I writing down?
Pyrrole red, opera pink. Oh my gosh, I need to get that brush in the water. I mean, it's not like it's a...
It's opera rose.
Opera rose, yes.
See, sending me on a mission for things that get good. Ooh, oh, I think I know what you're talking about. So, Emilio Pucci, Italian fashion and fabric designer. Is it like the zigzaggy stuff?
I think from the 60s.
Yes, and it's all woven, like kind of like a loose woven type fabric.
Well, it was Powsy Wowsy
Yes.
graphics. All right, so we've still got some in there, and this is what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you can tape that shut, but if you use it soon enough, I pretty well got it sealed off, and yeah. All right, so we're going to shoot some white out there.
That would be fantastic, Deb.
What?
If Nightbot could make a list. It could say, hey, Nightbot, you know, mark that down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We're increasing the opacity of our paint and maybe giving it a little bit more. We're lightening it up ever so much with the white. And I'm going to have to see if I like it, and I might have to add a little bit of yellow to get that warmth back in it. When you're putting white on, you need to be careful because see that little area that I have there where it kind of went right onto the plate?
It's going to stick to the plate like that.
Yeah, okay. We're going to try to make this ever so slightly, where's my yellow?
I think there was like a documentary about him, right? Yeah, I feel like I watched some of that at some point. And then I had a baby.
Yellow, yeah, then she had a baby. And she lost her mind.
It's true, partially.
Yeah, she did
My brain does not work the same. Some of that's good. Some of it not so much.
Okay, I'm going to try to squeeze that out in the middle there. It's not really the yellow I wanted, but that's the yellow that we've got.
That's who I'm... Yes, Barbara. Okay, Pucci patterns are more eye-popping, psychedelic. Okay, the Missoni, that's...
I know who the wonderful knits.
That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah, y'all have to explain it to her in the chat.
Okay, that's not the right yellow yet. We're going to get enough paint out here that we can do it.
I love that you're mixing,
Flagship.
you know, right here at 7 minutes to the end of the stream. I mean, you're just really building up the anticipation.
Yeah, I was watching me mix paint.
Yeah.
Well, some people really like that.
They
they've
do.
commented that they do, Mariah. We may get an unintended ombre effect here.
Unintentional ombre.
Sporadic. Okay, I'm liking that. I don't know what y'all think about that.
Mm-hmm.
That's making me happy. I'm smearing around over here on this turquoise, and really, it's
Right.
absolutely orgasmic. It's so lovely. Ooh,
Oh, thank you, Mo.
well, like I said, we have lots of paint here.
Mm-hmm.
Lot of paint. You can tell because you're getting little trackies. See the tracks?
The
And
rippling.
we could sit here all day and, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But we might get some really cool puckers, too.
Oh, pucker
It'd
it,
almost
baby.
be worth it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take away this.
Mm-hmm.
Take away all this crap. I'm just going to throw it over here on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
Deal with it later. Because this is such lovely orange here. Oh my gosh, isn't that a gorgeous orange?
It really is.
Gorgeous. Okay, now is this the one we want to use? Yeah, I don't think it matters
This
anymore.
is like
I've used both sides.
This is Cheddar's more vibrant friend and cousin.
Okay, so we're going to get some good lines down there, folks. Some good lines.
Oh, smoked paprika. That is the color. Mm-hmm. Ooh, or persimmons. Mm-hmm. Or if it really is Cheddar's cousin, it's like fire Cheetos.
Okay, so now what I'm doing, I'm taking a lot of care because I know I want just my lines to be there. If I didn't care, I would just, willy-nilly it and hope for the best. But I'm just really wanting to get, and we've got a lot of nice paint here, so we're going to get a good bunch of lines. Knock on wood. Hopefully. If I do a good job of removing the paint that I want off.
Oh, that's good too, Paul. Yeah, baby, yeah. That's how I was feeling when I was watching Eddie's video with all the, kind of 70s groovy.
Now we can kind of...
It wasn't quite, brown chicken, brown cow, but, y'all know.
Okay, we still have lots of paint here.
Yeah,
see
so
that?
it's not puckering yet, because...
Yeah. Okay, well, this is okay because we're getting some good stuff that we can...
Just going to do this for 4 minutes. And a 1, and a... 1 orange print. 2 orange prints.
I feel like we're on Sesame Street. Sounds like the Count.
The Count. Oh, maybe some little puckery business, sort of. I think it puckers more on the other paper. Less puckering happens with the tissue.
Yes, because for whatever reason, I think it's the surface quality.
Yes, because it kind of...
the sizing that's on the paper.
Oh, but that looks cool. Just think these will be in packets. I just know it.
Yeah.
Or
so,
like giveaways.
Yeah. All right. I think it may not be absolutely FP. And we've got this, which we should put down on here. This will be really great. Where's my print that I want? Right.
See, more like those fire Cheetos than you even know. Line it up.
Oh, look at that lining up. I've lost all my papers. Throwing things about the cabin here. And now we can put some pressure down.
Oh yeah, the Lucky Loops is a pretty cool one. Yeah. Oh, and I'm happy that it didn't all... I was a little worried. I'm happy some of it stayed back.
Because we've got another beautiful
and
way to
you get the cool...
Yeah, can you see? In between the lines there.
Reading in between the lines.
Where they kind of cross over, that kind of texture-y business going on there. But it just, I think that color of orange just makes that turquoise vibrate like crazy. Okay, that's done.
Stunner, Eddie says. Wow, Apple says. Gorgeousness, Devin says. Nice, wow, yep, Bab.
Okay, well, I do have some stuff going on here.
That is
which
also interesting.
It is, but, well, this needs to dry anyway.
Yeah, put that up. I'm worried about your hand. Oh, good golly.
That was really, okay, we're going to try something really different there.
Well, you got 1 minute to do it. I guess we're going to go a little long. A little long. Stick it around for these orange prints, y'all.
Okay, where's that mister?
The mister? There you go.
It has probably about 6 spits in it.
Are you done?
Are you done?
Almost. Gigi's going a little long. She's, doing orange print. You think it looks like fire Cheetos?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
some of it dried.
Ooh. But look at that.
Hey, you.
Izzy.
Okay.
Izzy.
Okay.
Oh, sweet baby.
All right, guys. So that's pretty much it. You saw it right there. There's one more print. So that's 4.
Yeah. Can you do that? Like the count?
She's never. I don't think she's ever really watched Sesame Street that much.
What?
Do you know what Sesame
The
Street
count,
is?
you know. No, see, I could never get her into it that much. Anyways, thank y'all for hanging out for our Tweaky Tuesday. We definitely tweaked some things. And we'll be back here on Thursday for some Thursday thoughts.
Basketball orange, yeah.
Oh, it is. Bye, guys. Thanks so much for hanging.
Bye. Can you say bye?
There you go. You can just hold the hand underneath
Here,
there.
see that camera over there
This
where
one.
your mama is?
There
That's where
we
you're
go.
looking.
That's the
there
one.
There you go.
Bye, guys.